Hey everybody, this is Rob and welcome to RB&D Reviews, and today I'm going to be reviewing the movie Sugar. Not too long ago I saw an interview with Spike Lee where he says that sometimes a DVD can be a friend to a filmmaker because sometimes a movie is not given a wide release where it's not really playing everywhere, or sometimes nobody goes to see a movie, a really good movie, but when it comes out on DVD people will be able to discover it. I mean, take for example Sugar, which was made by Anna Boden and Ryan Fleck. They made Half Nelson, and this movie came out back in 2009, and it was in limited release, playing in mostly large cities around the country, and it didn't go wider. I saw a review for this movie on a TV show called At the Movies, which at the time was hosted by Ben Mankiewicz and Ben Lyons, and I remember I was waiting for weeks and weeks to see if it would come to my theater, and hoping that we would get it, because I don't live in a major city, and sadly, it didn't come to a theater near me. But thankfully, when I saw this out on DVD, I was really excited to finally be able to go out and see it. And plus, I think if somebody is not able to go to see a movie in theaters, I think renting it on DVD can definitely be more of a cost saver, especially with the way the economy is right now here in the U.S. I mean, you can go rent a movie from a library. Usually it's free. Or you could go on the Netflix or the Redbox or the Blockbuster Express, although you do have to pay up for that. And some people will watch a movie illegally on the internet, whether it's still out on DVD or out on in the theaters. But Sugar, this movie is about a young Dominican baseball player named Miguel, who is recruited to play in the U.S. and in the minor leagues. He comes from a poor but close-knit neighborhood, and he sees going to the U.S. as a kind of like as a way to a place where practically anything can happen. He sees it as a place to make money doing what he loves, which of course is play baseball. But when he leaves the comfort of his home and he goes to the U.S., he kind of feels like a fish out of water because he has to learn another language, another culture. He has to make new friends. He makes some enemies, and he encounters some racism in the movie. I think I found the images of the movie to be very warmly lit, and sometimes I felt like I was watching a documentary instead of a scripted movie. I mean, for instance, at the beginning of the movie, Miguel is trying different throw tactics, and he's learning English baseball phrases, and when he bonds with his teammates at home, it feels genuine. The movie is slow-paced, but I think it's definitely a big benefit to the movie because we, the viewers, get to spend time with our lead character. Because I think Sugar is a story about a journey where we, the viewers, follow him through his journey and look at him adjust to new experiences. And sometimes I find myself asking questions like why he's doing some of the things that he does, and I start to feel an emotional connections with the Miguel character. Sometimes I was smiling at with what I was seeing on the screen, or sometimes I gasped. And also, I think what helped a lot was this movie doesn't really star any big-name actors. A lot of them are, actually some of them had never acted in a movie before or since. After I saw this movie, I went to imdb.com to see what else the actor who played Miguel has done, and he hasn't made a movie before or since. And I think having people that have never made a movie before or had been character actors in movies and never really got to be a big part, I think it helped make the movie seem very believable, and the story wasn't, I guess, compromised by having a big name star in the part and being distracting. It felt very authentic. And the film, the images, to show stuff instead of relying on the dialogue all the time. For example, there's a scene where after Miguel gets to the U.S., he makes some new American friends. But sometimes they like to go out and hang out with other people, and Miguel is often by himself, like he's an outcast. And I think with Sugar, lately I've seen a lot of people write on the internet that movies today aren't good anymore because of they complain about anything from overblown special effects, or they're tired of the teen stars getting roles that they think they're not suited for, and all bad stories, and practically everything. But I really recommend going out and seeing Sugar. I think it's a very good alternative, and it does show that there's still some very good filmmakers out there, so I definitely recommend checking this movie out. I definitely say it's definitely worth your time, and it's kind of different. I mean, it's not the fast-paced, there aren't any chases, but I think it's a very good story, and I think it's a good character you can root for. I think some people might be disappointed with the last act of the movie, especially with how it's building up, and I know I was when I first saw it, but After thinking about it, it does kind of make sense. But I'll let you watch it and decide for yourself. So thank you very much for watching. Leave your comments about this video or about the movie Sugar if you have seen it, and thank you very much for your time.